Want to know how to get the same cell coverage for up to half the cost? Well, instead of spending a fortune building and maintaining their own cell phone towers, Consumer Cellular just pays to use the same towers as the largest carriers and passes the savings on to you. Pretty smart, huh? Consumer Cellular. When freedom calls, we're here to answer. Call us at 1-888-FREEDOM.
Half the cost savings based on cost of Consumer Cellular single-line 5GB data plan with unlimited talk and text compared to lowest cost single-line postpaid unlimited talk, text, and data plan offered by T-Mobile and Verizon May 2023.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Warm welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up in this edition, LPG Marketers Association warns of shortage of gas if deplorable road issues raised by Tanker Drivers Association is not resolved soon. Also in this bulletin, power crisis looms as Chamber of Independent Power Producers directs members to cut power supply to the ECG on Saturday, 1st July. And Ghana Union of Traders Association appeals to government to use the mid-year budget to reduce taxes affecting businesses in the private sector. These and many more shortly. Grateful you could stay on. I am Pius Kojo Baka. Now, Vice President of the Ghana Liquefied Petroleum Gas Marketers Association, Gabriel Kumi, has called on government to take urgent steps to resolve the concerns of the Tanker Drivers Association on bad roads in their operational areas. According to Mr. Kumi, some stations across the country are already reporting of shortage of LPG due to the strike started by the Tanker Drivers Association this week. He warned that the situation could get worse if government does not act swiftly to resolve the concerns of the drivers.
They did indicate on Monday that if this strike is sort of averted within 48 hours, we will start seeing queues at LPG outlets. And that's exactly what is happening now. At the moment, some stations have run out, and that has put a lot of pressure on the ones that have stock. But looking at the stock situation, within 24 hours, if they don't get any refill, by Friday, we are going to have serious crisis. And Friday will be leading into the weekend. And that will be very, very, very difficult for the country. We are going to need the drivers. We are going to dialogue. They are taking nothing apart from fixing the roads. Our stocks are running out, and somebody must listen to us. We have to fix this problem immediately. Our economy is not doing too well. We don't want this to come and add and deepen the woes of our economy. Please, government, fix this problem ASAP, immediately.
Gabriel Kumi is the Vice President of the Ghana LPG Marketers Association. A while longer in the energy space, and the Chamber of Independent Power Producers has asked its members to stop supplying power to the Electricity Company of Ghana by the end of tomorrow. The move is to press home their demands for the government to settle 30% of the nearly $2 billion debt owed independent power producers. There is more in this report.
An email from the chamber to its 6 members, cited by Joy Business, urged the thermal power producers not to supply power to the national grid beginning Saturday, July 1st. The mail saluted the members of the Chamber of IPPs for their unflinching support, adding, "It is determined to get results at all costs." The members include Sanon Asogli, Sen Power, Car Powership, AXA, Twin City Energy, and Senate. Together, they produced 2,010 megawatts of power. The withdrawal from the national grid is expected to create a power shortfall, leading to a possible power fluctuation or doomsday. This indicates the precarious nature the country will find itself if the thermal power producers go off the national grid.
A Business Desk report. Power producer Volta River Authority, VRA, has pledged to enhance its employee volunteer program under the community development program aimed at improving the lives of communities impacted by the company's operations. Speaking at the 2023 employee volunteer program at Temamaihan Senior High Technical School, Community Relations Manager Samuel Fletcher said staff of the company brings their experience to bear teaching in the classroom.
EVP for us is a very important program because it brings the VRA directly in contact with students in their schools. We call it the Employee Volunteer Program. The idea is to take some 20, 30, 40, 50, as many as can volunteer, employees of VRA, and we take them to the classrooms and we teach the students the various subjects. We complement the work of teachers. I think that some of us, if we had that when we were young, we probably would have done better than we are doing now. We have a lot of faith in it. So far, we've done more than 20 schools since we started and counting.
Samuel Fletcher is the Community Relations Manager at VRA. Now, President of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, Joseph Obeng, is urging government to use the media budget to reduce taxes to help businesses overcome the current economic challenges faced by the country. According to him, the enormous taxes paid by businesses is affecting the growth of the private sector. Mr. Obeng spoke at the Financial Economic Seminar Ghana.
Our credits are overpriced, and that we are not competitive to the rest of the world. This time we do not do business in isolation. We do business with the rest of the world. So if you are formulating a policy in your country and you do not factor what happens in your neighboring countries, it means that you are out of competition. We have to make taxes affordable. We've talked so many times that tax to GDP in our neighboring countries is far higher than that of Ghana. It's so because their taxes are fewer and then affordable as well. Ours is so many. So because their taxes are affordable, compliance level in those countries that we're talking about are so high that have made the tax to GDPs in these countries far higher than that of Ghana. And so it is very important for authorities to know, sit down with us again, evaluate things, dissect things, and then make cost of doing business very attractive here in this country.
President of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, Joseph Obeng there. Now, the Dean of the School of Engineering at the University of Ghana, Professor L.C. Efakofman, is calling on the private sector to support tertiary institutions with the needed resources to train employable graduates. Professor Kaufman was speaking at an industry roundtable discussion on transition from school to work organized by non-profit organization Education Sub-Saharan Africa.
We need to sit down, first of all, and set some targets for ourselves. How many professionals in the various disciplines do we need? Who is monitoring to make sure that we are producing the right caliber of people to go out into our industries? Do we have targets? To what level are we supposed to train them? What are the skills and competencies that they are supposed to have before we even graduate them? And how much will it cost to deliver on this? Let's be realistic about it. Where I teach, I am an engineering professor. I teach engineering. I need resources. If the students are not able to pay realistic fees for me to acquire those resources, somebody must provide those. I don't expect that government will be able to do everything. The demands on government are too much. But sometimes private people should be able to invest because they understand what we are doing and that they see the need for us to produce people who are actually able to solve problems, real problems.
Professor L.C. Efakofman is the Dean of the School of Engineering at the University of Ghana. Moving on to some other stories. The cost of food and petroleum items have seen an increase of about 10 times the actual price in more than 12 months since the geopolitical tension between Russia and Ukraine. A latest survey by international humanitarian organization Action Aid indicates that the situation has escalated, causing discomfort in many countries. The following report has more.
The cost of food, fuel and fertilizer in some of the world's most vulnerable communities is continuing to escalate to crisis levels since Russia's invasion of Ukraine, with families spending up to 10 times what they paid almost 16 months ago, according to new analysis from international humanitarian organization Action Aid. A survey of more than 1,000 community members and leaders in 14 countries across Africa, Asia and the Caribbean found that prices of pasta and fertilizer rose by more than 115% over the period monitored, while costs of petroleum products and sanitary materials increased by 80% or more, leading to soaring child marriage rates and worsening mental health. This is despite the latest UN Food and Agriculture Organization Food Price Index showing a decline in global food price of more than 11% since February last year. Community leaders in 10 out of 11 of the countries surveyed said rates of child marriage were increasing in their local areas, whilst more than half of those surveyed said the price rises made them feel sad or hopeless, prompting concerns about the impact of the crisis on families' emotional well-being.
Business Desk report there. Now, on Investor Eye today, we bring you some corporate measures to take to protect colleagues at the workplace after clicking suspicious investment links. Let's listen to Joseph Kokwe, who is the lead in charge of cybersecurity at E-Crime Bureau.
Right, so in a corporate WhatsApp group or in a corporate setting, once you detect that you've done something, like you've clicked the link, you've interacted with the link, you went to the site, you thought you were supposed to fill in some details, you started filling. The best thing you can do at that point is to report, right? So to report, if you're in a corporate WhatsApp group or a group, you report to the administrator that, look, it is possible that my account may be compromised. So on that perspective, what the administrator may likely do is that because your account may be compromised, and compromise can sometimes spread from person to person, they may disable your account temporarily until they figure out what is happening. But I think reporting is the most important thing. I think most people, and from what we are observing at eCrime here, the reporting is really a big problem for most organizations and even on a personal level.
Joseph Kokwe is the lead in charge of cybersecurity at eCrime Bureau. Investor Eye comes your way every Tuesday and Thursday in the morning on the Joy Business Report. Quickly to the commodities market, crude oil opened trading at $73 a barrel after increasing marginally. Gold lost almost $3 and selling at $1,904 an ounce. Cocoa went up by $80 and trading at $3,338 a ton. Quickly to the currency market as well. On the currency update, the cedi is still going for 11 cedis 70 pesos to the dollar. It is also selling at 14 cedis 80 pesos against the pound. It is trading at 12 cedis 60 pesos to the euro. And that's it for the Joy Business Report here.